want you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. All right, folks, federal government shutdown, 21st day. Trump still holding America hostage for his wall. You have Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina, who is saying the Democrats won't do anything. So, Mr. President, declare a national emergency. No, the real national emergency are the people who are being screwed. Now, the focus is on the 800,000 federal workers who aren't getting paid. The problem with a federal government shutdown is that other people, millions of other people, are being impacted, including those who live in public housing or subsidized housing. Joining us right now is Adrianne Todman. She's the CEO of the National Organization of Housing and Redevelopment Officials. Glad to have you here. How are folks impacted beyond the workers? How serious is this?
Yeah, and thank you for asking the question. So in the housing industry, we are terrified about what's happening inside of public housing and subsidized housing. So what do we know about public housing right now? That they have funds for January. We've been told they have funds for February, but after that, the program falls off a cliff. And there's no funding at all to fix toilets, to fix the heat during the winter, to fix air conditioning systems. There's no funding there. But what's even worse than what's happening in public housing right now is the affordable housing that's provided by some of our private partners. Just last week, 1,100 contracts, which represents roughly 80,000 people, low-income seniors and people with disabilities across the country, were not renewed in December. So what does that mean for an owner? It means that the funds that they use from HUD to be a landlord, to make the kind of repairs, the kind of health and safety issues that these seniors and persons with disabilities need, may not get done. That number will increase as this shutdown goes on. We know that in January, another 500 contracts may not be renewed. In February, it's the same, and that represents about 30 to 40,000 additional low-income people. So this is a tragedy, and it needs to stop.
And we talk about residents. I mean, the issue they then have is, what do they do?
That's right. So residents right now, when I'm talking to some of my members at NARA, we represent about 20,000 people who house families across the country. Residents are concerned that they're going to be evicted. If their landlords are not getting the rent that they're supposed to get from the federal government and HUD, they're concerned, well, what does it mean? If my rent is not being paid, am I going to be evicted? So our members are busy consoling low-income families who have enough stress on their lives. You're not going to find yourself homeless because of this shutdown. But what it means for owners is they now have to go into their reserves, which is a process that has to be handheld through HUD. So HUD woke up about this a couple days ago, and they are now bringing in unpaid staff, mind you, unpaid staff to try to process, to allow owners to go into their reserves so this can be abated.
What would you like for our audience to do to help in this situation?
I think we've got to pick up your phone, call your congressman, call your congresswoman, call the White House and says the craziness needs to end now.
All right, Adrianne Todman, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.